Hello YouTube, this is Travis Dunn with MDL, and today is Back to the Future Day. And as you can see behind me, I have the DVD trilogy and the 25th anniversary Blu-ray edition. I will not be picking up the 30th anniversary edition, as it didn't really add anything special, though I will try to pick up the animated series that was released on DVD this week. So we're seeing a slew of memorabilia and one-offs and special editions items from the movie. Pepsi was releasing the limited quantity of Pepsi Perfect, which is the Pepsi that Marty McFly buys in the second movie. And they actually gave some out at the New York Comic-Con to anybody who was wearing a Marty McFly costume. Sadly, so far I've not heard that Nike is releasing the Power Lace Nikes that they've reportedly been working on last year or so. And we're also going to be able to watch Back to the Future in some movie theaters who are getting a chance to replay it. Though, sadly, since I have to work tonight, I will not be able to go watch it. So I've been working on some Adobe After Effects. I've been playing around with some templates and experimenting to kind of learn how the whole thing works. So I'm working on a cool intro and a cool outro. So keep a watch out for that, and let me know what you think when I start adding those. I may actually add one to this particular video. So we are a week away from the Halo 5 Guardians being released, and thank goodness I only have a few more days before my vacation. I'm looking forward to taking some time off. Work has been disturbing, to say the least. We've had, it seems like, failure after failure after failure, and just can't seem to have a very good week. So I am looking forward to having some time off. Obviously, being Halo coming out that week, I will be playing it pretty much non-stop through the campaign. And my best friend James picked up the collector's edition Halo Xbox. He seems to like to collect every single one of those that comes out. I don't know how the heck he affords it, but to be honest, with the exception of the 1 terabyte, which you obviously can get in a regular, newer edition Xbox, it wasn't really that special to me. Though I may here in the near future try to pick up one of the controllers. I've been thinking about buying an extra controller, and I may pick up one of those for my Xbox. So Star Wars has been everywhere here lately, and it just seems like I can't imagine how much more stuff Disney's going to throw at us as far as collectibles, and I wish I had the money to spend on that kind of thing. Certainly once I get my shooting room decorated the way I want, I obviously want some of that stuff. But man, it is overwhelming, the type of stuff that has been coming out here lately. And this week we got a new teaser trailer. The internet has been blowing up over it, and I guess they allowed the pre-sales for movie tickets, and 2 major movie ticket places actually, their entire site crashed because of the amount of volume that the ticket sales were doing. So needless to say, it's been absolutely insane. Though I am looking highly forward to the new movie, and I'm certainly not the only one. So last week was Austin's last football game. They did win 42-12. He got to play pretty much most of the game, and I was quite proud of how well he played. He definitely, put his heart on the field, and it was a good solid win for the team. Considering the last couple weeks how rough it's been. Strangely enough, this solid win came with the coaches playing the players that I don't understand why they've not played a whole lot in the last couple of games. So it's been kind of strange. Like I said, nobody's been able to figure out exactly what the coaches have been doing or why. So it's just one of those things. But it's over with, sadly, and but I'm really hoping he'll make the choice to play again next year. So this last weekend, me and it was my brother and my stepdad, and I really want to thank them for coming up and repairing the porch roof. there was considerably more damage than I had anticipated. And sadly, the company that had redone our roof, while they did strip the entire rest of the roof on the house, they did not strip the roof on the porch. In fact, they just threw on another layer. So there were 3 layers of shingles on that porch, which obviously was adding a lot of weight, and probably was one of the reasons why it started leaking and ultimately damaged the roofing. There was a huge indentation where there'd been water penetration. So sadly, we had to rip it all up because it wasn't one of those situations where I could have had him just rip out the bad section, replace the wood, put because I did have some leftovers from the roofing job. And I didn't have enough to do the entire roof, so we had to go buy all new roofing. And but him and my stepdad did an awesome job, and got it done this weekend. Sadly, I was not a whole lot of help. I am terrified of heights. I'll get roughly on top of a ladder, but that's about as far as I can stomach. I start getting dizzy and like sick to my stomach, and I just unfortunately can't do it. So like I said, I wasn't much help in that. I'm hoping maybe in the next couple of weeks I might get them to come back up and do the side buildings, as both of those are in desperate need of new shingles. And speaking of building, my side building with all my tools, I started working a little bit this weekend. I figured I had nothing better to do, since they were working on the roof, and like I said, I wasn't much help there. So I bought some pegboards, started putting some stuff up, and I'm probably going to try to work a little bit on that while I'm on vacation. I'd love to be able to pull the bike into that building. If I could get everything cleared out, there would certainly be enough room. But as it is, there's no way I put the bike in that building. I mentioned about getting a battery for my DSLR, and unfortunately, that was, the battery was not the issue. So unfortunately, that camera is completely toast, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to afford to buy a new one. Sadly, right now, I just don't have the funds. I've had a lot of things, including the cost of that roof, kind of hit me. So maybe after the first year, I'll pick up a new DSLR. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a new one come out, something nicer. I really wish that Canon would go off their butts and do either a high frame rate 1080p DSLR or offer an affordable 4K DSLR. Sadly, for whatever reason, they've left 4K to the prosumer equipment, and sadly, it is horribly expensive. In many cases, it's 3 times the cost of a standard DSLR for a 4K camcorder. So, but speaking of 4K, I did find an app in the App Store. I've been playing around with it a little bit, but I had the demo version or light version, which sadly doesn't do 4K. But it was on sale this week, so I went ahead and bought it for a couple of bucks, and it actually looks like it will allow me to record past the 5-minute mark in 4K. It does make my phone a little warm when it does, and I can bump the bit rate up. And in fact, this video is being recorded in 4K, so hopefully I'll start doing some more editing in 4K. But I'll give a future review of that app, and let you know how I feel about it. So for now, that's pretty much it. I will obviously be doing game streaming of Halo once that comes out, and I look forward to that. So hope everybody has a great day, has a great week. Just remember, the future is what you make of it, so make it a good one. Everybody have a great day.